Oh, whoa. YouTube is
How's it going, boys? Welcome back to Mogul Mail.
Whoa.
Before we jump into this, we have to figure out what we're going to name today's video. What weird dystopian title will the wheel decide for us today? Let's go with...
Here, I'm blocking Lud.
YouTube is killing Twitch. It's a good one. I'm feeling a strong viewership on this one. And we're talking about YouTube killing Twitch because there's a bunch of new signings of streamers that just happen you might not know about. Starting with one that I feel like is not really on people's radar if you're in my sphere of creators, FaceSwag, which is a real name that Swag picked. By the way, not swag like
which
being
is a
cool.
real name.
Swag means serve, worship, and glorify God. So now you seem dumb. Anyway,
Oh,
FaceSwag had an announcement. My next chapter, the whole thing.
When I was a kid,
Actually, pretty well-made video about going through time and wanting to make the switch. Now over here on YouTube Gaming.
I also,
is it going well?
I love Mogul Mail. First of all, Lud, isn't he at shit camp? The fact that he uploaded this while he was at shit camp means he pre-recorded this, or did he? He's at his house. I don't even understand. Anyway, he's on top of it.
Well,
it's
only
crazy.
been like a week.
He pre-recorded this. It's
But
insane. Yeah.
Currently,
It's so good, by the way.
FaceSwag sits
Mogul
at
Mail
about
is great.
13,000 viewers and is playing with Tim on Twitch, averaged about 8,000. So that's like a pretty big jump. Maybe the most successful jump in the first week I've really ever seen. Feels like a lot of people who switch over immediately aren't doing as well and maybe ramp up after a bit of time after people figure out how to find the stream. But FaceSwag, bumping off rip. The next one is kind of a debate one. But it's Fuslie. Fuslie switched over.
Ow,
She
my
did a
back.
whole stream where she said she was going to switch. It was a huge debate. She went live the next day with a sponsor stream. But then, double debate. She's now a YouTube streamer. Here's her video.
Hey everyone, Fuslie here. I have been wanting to go guitar shopping for the longest time, and so I decided to do a little vlog and take y'all with me.
Also, I want to apologize for not saying, "Hey vlog, it's your girl Fuslie." Like, I shut up. Ray instantly pointed out. She's like, "How dare you not say hey vlog?" And I was like, "Yeah, I gave for that. I'm wrong for that, but it's okay." Does he play the whole thing? We've seen this. Okay, pass.
I didn't choose it. Okay, I just want to be clear that I just show up and I do the thing. So when I have to go YouTube, it's not my decision. I'm just doing my job. Anyway, that's the second one. Leslie's coming over, which I think adds to YouTube's game.
He's like, "Really? This is what we have to do." He's like, when he at the shoot, I was like, "Lud." He's like, "Please." I was like, "Hey, it's wholesome. It's a little cringe, but you're gonna do it."
Gaming strategy of getting people who are in the same
Big shout out to Lud.
ecosystem, right? So they want like, you know, Saikuno, Lily, Leslie, and then they want on the other sphere like Tim, FaceSwag, DrDisrespect, so that people are moving over, communities are moving over, rather than what seems to happen when large creators leave is they all just go to the next biggest creator in the group. So they're trying to get the whole group. Which decent strategy. And then the third one, and this one's a little bit weird.
Similar to Facebook and CG.
It's a little bit weird. Ninja. I'm just gonna show you this clip. It's just weird.
Did they rift? What the hell is that? Why is the rift in the middle of the sky?
Fortnite.
Ninja?
I'm fucking sick of this, dude. I'm sick of these fucking players spamming Riftigos every single. I've had enough, man. No, I'm not even fucking kidding, dude. I've had enough. I can't even. I'm not even. I'm leaving.
No way.
What's happening?
I'm done.
What's
I'm
happening?
done. In fact, I'm honestly, dude. I'm not even gonna. I gotta take a break from streaming, dude. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, bro.
And then he changed his Twitter account name to user not found and tweeted,
I didn't know
"I
this.
just need a break. I don't know when I'll be back or where." And changed his logo from time in to time out. And then he lost his sub button on Twitch and got unpartnered. No check mark here. And it's kind of adding up to a suspicious theory that he's switching to a different website. Because he signed his Twitch contract September 10th. It is about September 10th. So a little bit weird here. A little bit
weird,
interesting move from Ninja. But let's talk about the ramifications of all the switch. Because we have FaceSwag, we have Leslie, we have all the people who switched before, and then perhaps Ninja. These are all the main criticisms I see of people switching, right? Like when Leslie did her debate switch, there was a whole Reddit thread, but I saw a general consensus of these 3 ideas, and I want to go through them one by one by one. First one, you're going to fall off on YouTube. Second, switching to YouTube's for the bag, not for the community. And third, YouTube is a worse live streaming experience. All right, those are the 3 points. Let's go through them. First one, you're going to fall off going to YouTube. Now, certainly people aren't doing as well on YouTube as they were doing on Twitch. I think Twitch, it's way easier to hold viewers. That's what I've noticed personally. I will have more people come into my stream on YouTube, but they won't last as long, right? Pipe game week on YouTube. I get them for about 30 seconds to maybe a few minutes, and then there might be an appealing video that they switch to or something like that. But I've also noticed that I can get a lot more viewers on YouTube. Like if I'm doing something really hype, really planned out, it gets recommended a lot more and people start clicking it a lot more. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you're just going to do, you know, your average stream thing, nothing necessarily that exciting, I think it's just really harder to hold viewership for that because the competition is not with other streamers, but also
Videos
with
in the
YouTube
sidebar?
videos, which is way better. It's edited stuff.
Other things that will distract them on the sidebar. No clicking on videos, chat. No.
I mean, I don't know why people still watch live streams, to be honest. I love streaming, but videos are just, they're so good. They're so good. You ever seen a CGP Gray video? Shit's insane. I'm competing with that, but doesn't necessarily mean you're going to fall off, right? This is what I averaged on Twitch before I switched. 19,000 viewers.
What is this site?
Last few months not going that great. Woo!
Ooh.
And then I switched over to YouTube, and here's my stats. Over the course up until August, I averaged 21,500 viewers. The last month, I averaged 29,000, in part because I had mogul money.
From a work perspective, I totally understand this, and I honestly admire Ludwig for being able to just like be so like analytical about his stuff. I am so unobservant. I purposely hide my viewer count at all times. I never go through my stats. I don't know what website he's looking at. This is all for my own mental because I'm kind of like susceptible to like these bad thoughts when I'm like, oh gosh, why aren't people watching me? Why are people watching me? What do I need to do more of? What do I need to do less of? Whatever. So I just don't, I end up in the habit of just not looking. And so I've never thought about ever breaking down my viewership. Why am I doing better these days? And I've talked to a lot of streamers and they say they leave their viewership up intentionally so they know, which this makes complete sense, if they switch games, how many people are leaving versus how many people are joining versus why am I like, so they know what to do more of and more of and more of and to optimize viewership. I've talked to like Timmy about this and BoxBox and they both do that. And I'm like, you guys are insane. You guys are insane for that. I could never. I would never. Sometimes I'm even like, I had people help me hide viewership in general just so I wouldn't know how many people I was rating with, how many people's, just for my own mental health. So then I look at this and I'm like, damn, I kind of like, this is, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. But from my perspective, it's kind of like, I just don't look. It's probably not great business wise. I just kind of hope. And sometimes I'll catch the number. Someone's put in my chat. I glance over, my dashboard's showing, and I'm like, oh, frick. That's just like my take on how do I keep it, like after 8 years of doing this, what has affected me? How do I keep my mental in a good spot? And then that's how I do it. So it's so interesting that he would like break this all down. It just shows I'm so different than Ludwig in terms of like growing and like, I mean, he does really well. It makes a complete sense. But yeah, it's just for me, it's like a healthier thing. It also makes me just like, when I have high viewers, I don't let myself get too excited about it because if I like let all the really positive, everything super, like when it's really good to like make me feel like I'm on top of the world and like popping off, that low is going to hit me just as hard, if not harder, probably harder. I've learned to kind of just, yeah, cool. Viewers were great, did well that day. But I more now think of like, did I have a good time? Like, was I feeling it that stream? Like, was I just in the groove with my chat, with my friends, winning games, whatever? Even if I was losing, was I having fun? And then I'm like, that was good. That was great. And then people can ask me, how many viewers did you have? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't look a single time. I literally don't know. And I just won't look back on it. So I can't even tell you my average viewership. It's crazy. So like I look at this and I'm like, dude, it's crazy to me. I don't know. I just don't look at these things. And I've gotten in that habit for maybe it's like 2 years now. So like, of course I have some idea because I will catch it through the chat and through my dashboard by accident, or my friends will mention it, not in a bad way, but just like dude, I saw you popping off. You had X amount of viewers. And I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't know that. Or like, you feeling okay? I noticed your viewership was low. Usually no one says that, but like sometimes like, you know, they're thinking that. You're like, rough day? And I'm like, what do you think had a rough day? Huh? Everything's great. Like, oh, no, nothing. I mean, sure. I mean, maybe.
live and I only streamed 44 hours. But, you know, I'm generally hovering around what I had on Twitch. I would argue a little bit higher, and the YouTube videos have been booming. First time ever in my life, I've averaged over 1 million views on every single video I've uploaded in a month, which is crazy. Before that, and that's happened for like a few months now, but before, when I was on Twitch, I was averaging 400,000. So a big change there, and that's what I'm most excited about. Because what I've realized, live viewership doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. One iota. The only way it matters is it's generally a metric that can correlate to how much money you'll make, because the subscriber count and your sponsorship money. It's also something that can correlate to your overall success, but it doesn't necessarily align one-to-one. For example, Disguised Toast. He was on Facebook in the Among Us boom.
True.
But his YouTube was blowing up, and he was getting like millions of views every single video. Relevancy switching over. Maybe he would have more average live stream viewers now if he was on Twitch the whole time. But what's the purpose? What's the end goal? To me, the most successful streamer isn't somebody like XQC who has to grind X many hours, 300 hours a month, whatever, to like stay relevant and have his 50,000 to 60,000 average viewership or whatever it is. It's somebody like CypherPK, who I would argue, you know, just as much as a streamer, streams, you know, a healthy amount, but averages a shit ton of views on YouTube. Millions and millions and millions of views because of how well his Fortnite stuff goes. And he's
Wait, is this recent? Fortnite?
able to upload these daily. I mean, this guy's booming. He's probably making more than almost any other streamer, but nobody recognizes it. There's such an obsession with average view count. So I think point one, you're going to fall off. No, but I do think it's harder. I think it requires more work.
I think that's fair.
Point number 2. You are switching to YouTube for the bag, not for the community. Meh. Maybe both. Why?
Yeah.
¿Por qué no los dos?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Exactly.
Exactly. Sorry.
There is a bag to be gotten. I think not talking about it is like absurd.
Just because you're getting money to go doesn't mean you're giving the finger to your community. I just don't understand
people
that.
YouTube aren't getting paid is dumb.
I think that it's a very, like, a lot of people have that take where they'll be like, wow, she betrayed. They're betraying their communities just for money. It's like, yeah, you could put it that way, I guess. Like, what? If you want to frame it that way, but it seems ridiculous. Like, I'm out here, like, most of the community is super positive response, excited for us to be on YouTube, excited. In the chat, I'm looking at the chat, I feel the same vibes. I don't understand the take. I don't get it. But, you know, it's like, if I was having this convo with my friends last night in the car, and we were just, like, baffled by how many people will, like, frame it that way, choose to look at it as, like, a betrayal. I'm like, damn, you really want to see it this way.
But it's also
betrayal.
Also YouTube. It's not fucking Mixer. YouTube is a much bigger site than Twitch. In 30 years from now, YouTube will be around, probably not Twitch. Like realistically, websites don't live that long. YouTube's shelf life will be a lot longer. It's huge. It's worldwide.
Yeah.
Twitch, Spanish-speaking communities, English-speaking communities.
Wow.
Then it doesn't do as well. I don't know if I necessarily buy that it's not for the community. I also think that generally, I've done more community things. Because I stream less hours, I've been able to do things like create this whole entire channel, Mogul Mail. That did not exist when I was on Twitch. I posted 3 videos because I thought this was going to be the channel that I upload all my VOD stuff to, and then I thought my other channel...
Wait, those are his first videos? Is it okay to be single? How do I deal with breakups? Are dreams worth chasing? Those were Ludwig's first videos on Mogul Mail?
Because I thought this was going to be the channel that I upload all my VOD stuff to, and then I thought my other channel was going to be my live stream. That's actually why I originally created Mogul Mail. It was kind of a farce. It was kind of a scam. Now what it is much different. I feel like we have a sick community here that I would not normally have. Also, we've been able to do more community things. Like I did my first music contest in 2 years, my first art contest in 1.5 years. I did my first hour/place experiment. Like a bunch of community activations that we've never normally done. Played games with mods a lot more. I don't know. To me, I feel like I'm a little more in tune with my community. The only thing, and I think this is a big problem, is there's no offline chat, which is its own like heartbeat. So its own community in itself.
True. And
maybe that's something I'll try to resolve with Truffle, but that's something that surely is missing.
I agree.
I feel like creates a sense of identity
surely lives
for every
on
single streamer. But
Surely.
I don't know if I agree with that point outright.
Homeless.
I do think, though.
I agree. That is feedback I have. I have always thought that offline chat was a cute spot for people to hang out, and you know, there's Discord and stuff. But like, there's something that's like cute about like it's like a waiting room specifically for that stream. That's specific feedback I haven't given YouTube that I also am like very much behind. I know some people are like that doesn't matter. No one's using your offline chat, but for me, for sure, like offline chat was a big thing and is I still want it to be. So whether that means me scheduling my streams like more in advance so you guys can use that room. I know people recommend, so how it works on YouTube is that I schedule a stream, and as soon as that stream is public, like the time, say right now I could schedule a stream for tomorrow, and then it creates its own chat room for tomorrow. So just like a bunch of you were in the waiting room today, and if you're in there, it'll show how many people are just sitting there waiting in the chat room or like in the chat. So it creates a new offline chat every time. And I think temporarily, like I'll just set the streams to be earlier and schedule them. Also, I have to get used to like scheduling streams because I'm kind of a sporadic person. And I think I even read on LSF one time, they're like, the biggest thing I imagine, the biggest challenge for Leslie on YouTube is going to be her scheduling streams. And I was like, yeah, I think that will actually be my challenge, is like, yeah, today I'm on time, how about tomorrow? And Sakuno's like, yeah, just you wait, your chat, if you're 1 minute late to your scheduled stream, lately all up in the chat. So I was like, oh god. So we'll see how that goes, but that is something I have to get used to for sure. But there are aspects of it that I do love. Like I actually like the whole scheduling aspect. I kind of like that. We'll see how I like adapt to it, but I think I can do it, and I think it's good for you guys too.
It does go hand in hand with the third point, which I cannot argue. YouTube is a worse live streaming experience. Now, Truffle TV's goated. I love Truffle TV.
It is great.
Right? Everyone says, oh, the chat on YouTube is worse. No, just get
Thanks,
Truffle
Neil.
TV. It literally fixes it instantly. A bunch of people have it, and we're going to try to roll it out to every single YouTube creator. Only problem is it's not on mobile. The mobile live streaming experience, not the greatest, and we can't fix that one. But even outside of Truffle, we can't fix all the problems, like, finding streams. The only way that I'm able to find a stream is I have to go to the bar, and I have to look up the streamer. So who's live right now, like FaceSwag. That's how I would find. So if I really want to watch Lily, I have to do that, which is not a great way to discover someone. It's only a good way to watch who you are expecting to watch if they happen to be live. And then this YouTube live tab, I don't understand it. It doesn't at all feel like a cohesive group of streamers that I should be interested in watching.
It feels very
just
random.
A mixed bag of people who happen to have clicked live.
Lo-fi girl with Greece versus Great Britain.
Like how is Valorant VCT in the same category as Falling Asleep to Rain, in the same category as just a playlist of music that happens to be under a live channel? It makes no sense to me. And then DrDisrespect thrown in there. Those are like the four most different things possible. I feel like they should have some segments, some tribes, some categories.
True.
I don't know. Feels really off to me. Surely I've brought that up to Susan many times, and they'll fix it eventually.
Surely.
But here's the biggest thing, and here's the problem that YouTube has right now. It's not who they are signing or who they're not signing. It's that they're not getting enough people switching over without signing. And I don't think we're going to see that change for another couple of years until YouTube has upped the things that they're falling behind on. Or the opposite, Twitch does what they keep doing best, which is nosediving a bit on products. And the only products are really rolling out is trying to get people to run more ads and stream more hours. And I'm feeling
That
like
could happen too.
in a couple years they might remove Twitch Prime, which then I think we see a lot of people switch over. We'll see. Anyway, boys, that's all
Not
very
Twitch
interesting
Prime.
things. Wow, turbulent things happening in the Twitch and YouTube sphere. Tune in next time so I can tell you about more songs I have sex to. See you later.
What?